The City Without Memory, an epic tale of loss and redemption. 1. The Awakening. In a city perpetually shrouded in fog, its residents awaken one day to a disconcerting reality. They have no memory of who they are or how they ended up there. The city streets are eerily quiet, save for the distant echoes of confusion. John, a man in his late 30s, wakes up in a modest apartment with no recollection of his past. The only object that feels familiar is a silver locket in his pocket, engraved with the initials AJ. 2. Lost and Found. Stepping outside, John encounters other bewildered residents, all equally disoriented. They introduce themselves using names found on ID cards or scraps of paper. Among them is Sarah, who discovered a photo of herself with a man and a child but cannot remember who they are. John and Sarah decide to team up and explore the city in search of answers. 3. The Empty Library. Their first stop is the city's Grand Library, hoping to find some clues. To their shock, the shelves are filled with blank books. The librarian, an elderly man who calls himself Mr. Gray, is the only one who seems unaffected by the memory loss. He warns them cryptically, saying, "Memories are dangerous here." 4. The Marked Wall. As they leave the library, John notices strange symbols painted on a nearby wall. The symbols seem eerily familiar, but he cannot decipher their meaning. Sarah takes a photo of the symbols, hoping they might find someone who can help interpret them. 5. The Stranger's Warning. On their way back, a disheveled man approaches them, whispering urgently, "Don't trust the ones who remember." Before they can ask more, he vanishes into the fog, leaving them more puzzled than before. 6. The Silver Locket. John examines the locket again, feeling a deep, unexplainable connection to it. Inside, he finds a small, faded photo of a young woman, smiling warmly. To his surprise, Sarah vaguely recognizes the woman, but cannot recall why. The mystery deepens as they realize that this woman might hold the key to unlocking their memories. 7. The Secret Underground. John and Sarah discover a hidden entrance to an underground tunnel. Inside, they find old posters and graffiti, remnants of a time before the city lost its memory. The tunnel leads them to an abandoned facility, where they uncover evidence of sinister experiments involving memory manipulation. 8. The Lab Records. In the facility, they discover a dusty file cabinet filled with old records. One file stands out, Project Mnemosyne. As they pore over the documents, they learn about an ambitious project aimed at erasing painful memories to create a perfect society. But something went terribly wrong, affecting the entire city. 9. The Forgotten Name. Among the files, John finds a document with his own name on it. The report details his involvement in the project as one of the lead scientists. The realization hits him hard. He was partly responsible for the city's current state. But why can't he remember any of it? 10. The Disappearing Man. Sarah suddenly recalls the disheveled man from earlier. They track him down, only to find him on the verge of disappearing into the fog. Before he fades away completely, he hands John a key and whispers, "Find the lighthouse." It's where it all began. 11. The Lighthouse Key. Determined to uncover the truth, John and Sarah head to the city's edge, where a tall, ominous lighthouse looms over the fog. The key fits perfectly into the lock, and as they enter, both are hit with a powerful wave of déjà vu. 12. The Hidden Chamber. Inside the lighthouse, they find a secret chamber filled with strange devices and papers. A journal lies open on a desk, and to John's shock, it's in his handwriting. The entries reveal his guilt and desperation to stop the project before it spiraled out of control. 13. The Memory Reels. In a dusty corner, they find a collection of old reels labeled with dates and names. Playing one reveals a vivid memory, John's memory of the day the project was activated. The horror in his eyes as the memory plays back reflects the catastrophic mistake that wiped out the city's collective memory. 14. The escape plan. John realizes that the only way to restore the city's memories is to reverse the process. The lighthouse was the epicenter of the memory wipe, and it still holds the power to undo it. But the plan is risky, and there's no guarantee it will work. 15. The final countdown. They begin the process, setting the machines in the lighthouse to reverse the memory wipe. As the countdown commences, the city trembles and the fog thickens. John and Sarah brace themselves for whatever is about to unfold. 16. The surge of memories. As the process completes, the city is engulfed in blinding light. John and Sarah are overwhelmed by a flood of memories, both joyful and painful. Slowly, the city's residents start to remember who they are, their lives piecing back together. 17. The aftermath. With the fog lifting, the city begins to come alive again. People reconnect with lost loved ones, but not all memories are welcome. Some residents struggle with the return of traumatic pasts, while others embrace the chance to reunite with their true selves. 18. The broken bonds. John remembers everything now: the project, the people he hurt, and the woman in the locket. She was his wife, Anna, who died in a tragic accident. Driven by grief, John had initiated Project Mnemosyne in a misguided attempt to erase his pain. 19. The return of Anna. To John's shock, he sees Anna walking through the city, alive and well. But she doesn't recognize him. It turns out that her memory was completely wiped, and she was kept hidden by the very organization John once led. 20. The confrontation. John confronts his former colleagues, who are now trying to salvage what's left of the project. He must decide whether to continue the fight to restore everyone's memories or let people start anew without the burden of their pasts. 21. The choice. Sarah, having regained all her memories, confronts John about his role in the city's downfall. She urges him to choose forgiveness and redemption over guilt. John realizes that to move forward, he must let go of the past. 22. The new beginning. John destroys the remaining equipment in the lighthouse, ensuring that no one can ever tamper with memories again. He decides to help the city rebuild, starting with mending his own broken relationships. 23. The search for Anna. John sets out to find Anna, hoping to rekindle their connection. He discovers her working at a community center, helping others who are struggling with their returned memories. 24. The healing process. The city begins to heal as people come together to support one another. John and Anna start spending more time together, though she still doesn't remember their past. 25. The lost memories. John finds a way to help Anna recover her memories, but he's torn. He wants her to remember their life together, yet he fears the pain those memories might bring. 26. The revelation. Anna begins having flashbacks of their life together. With John's help, she pieces together the love they once shared, but she also remembers the grief that tore them apart. 27. The new connection. John and Anna decide to build a new relationship based on who they are now, rather than who they were. They find solace in the idea that they can create new memories together. 28. The community's return. The city's residents hold a gathering to mark their collective journey. They share stories of what they've remembered and discuss how they'll move forward together. 29. The unseen enemy. Just as the city seems to be on the mend, strange occurrences begin again. People start losing their memories in small, isolated cases. John suspects that remnants of the project might still be active. 30. The investigation. John and Sarah team up once more to investigate the source of the new memory losses. They discover that a rogue faction of the original project team is attempting to restart the experiments. 31. The underground movement. John and Sarah form an underground group to resist the rogue faction. They spread awareness among the citizens and teach them how to protect their memories. 32. The first attack. The rogue faction launches its first attack, causing a massive blackout in the city. Several people lose their memories overnight, plunging the city into panic. 33. The countermeasure. John and his team develop a countermeasure, a device that can shield the brain from the memory-wiping technology. They begin distributing it to the residents. 34. The betrayal. One of John's most trusted allies is revealed to be working with the rogue faction. This betrayal shakes the group, and they must act quickly to prevent further memory loss. 35. The safe haven. John establishes a safe haven in the underground tunnels they previously discovered. It becomes a refuge for those who have been targeted by the rogue faction. 36. The final plan. John devises a plan to take down the rogue faction once and for all. It involves infiltrating their base and destroying the last remnants of the memory-wiping technology. 37. The sacrifice. To execute the plan, someone must stay behind to activate the final sequence. Sarah volunteers, knowing it might cost her all her memories, but she's willing to take the risk. 38. The battle. John and his team confront the rogue faction in a final showdown. The city's future hangs in the balance as the two sides clash. 39. The detonation. Sarah successfully activates the sequence, but not before she's caught by the enemy. John rushes to save her, but it's too late. She loses her memory completely. 40. The aftermath. The rogue faction is defeated, and the technology is destroyed. The city is safe, but the cost has been high. John mourns the loss of Sarah's memories and vows to help her rebuild her life. 41. The healing city. The city continues to recover from the latest attack. People are more united than ever, determined not to let their memories be taken from them again. 42. The new normal. Life begins to return to normal. John and Anna decide to stay in the city and help others who are still struggling with their memories. 43. The memory garden. John and Anna create a garden in the city center, a tranquil space where people can reflect on their past and look toward the future. 44. The returning memories. Sarah begins to regain small pieces of her memory. Though it's a slow process, John is there to support her every step of the way. 45. The forgotten files. While cleaning out the destroyed facility, John discovers a hidden file. It contains information about another project, one that might be even more dangerous than Mnemosyne. 46. The new threat. The file reveals plans for a project called Chronos, which aims to control time itself. John realizes that the memory crisis might have been just the beginning. 47. The Alliance. John reaches out to other cities that have been affected by similar memory loss incidents. Together, they form an alliance to prevent the Chronos project from being activated. 48. The Chronos conspiracy. As John delves deeper, he uncovers a conspiracy involving powerful figures who want to control not just memory, but time itself. He realizes that stopping them will require more than just local efforts. 49. The time machine. John learns that the lighthouse was also a prototype for a time manipulation device. He and Anna begin to experiment with it, hoping to find a way to stop the Chronos project before it starts. 50. The time loop. Their experiments inadvertently create a time loop, trapping them in a single day. They must figure out how to break free and use the knowledge they gain to stop the project. 51. The escape. John and Anna finally break the time loop, but the experience leaves them both with fragmented memories. They must trust each other and piece together the solution to the Chronos project. 52. The resistance grows. The alliance expands, bringing in more cities and people determined to fight against the Chronos conspiracy. John emerges as a leader in the movement. 53. The final blueprints. John acquires the final blueprints for the Chronos project. He realizes that to destroy it, they'll need to take down its main facility, located deep in an uncharted region. 54. The journey begins. John, Anna, and a select team embark on a perilous journey to find and destroy the Kronos facility. Along the way, they face numerous challenges, including natural obstacles and enemy forces. 55. The Hidden Valley. The team discovers a hidden valley where the Kronos facility is located. The valley is protected by advanced technology that manipulates time, creating a surreal and dangerous environment. 56. The Time Guardians. Inside the valley, they encounter a group known as the Time Guardians who have been protecting the Kronos technology for centuries. John and his team must convince the Guardians that the project is too dangerous to continue. 57. The Guardians Test. The Guardians subject John and his team to a series of moral and physical tests, challenging their resolve and intentions. Only by passing these tests can they gain access to the Kronos facility. 58. The Core. John and his team finally reach the core of the Kronos facility. It's a massive device that controls the flow of time itself. They must shut it down before it activates. 59. The Temporal Rift. As they attempt to deactivate the core, a temporal rift opens, threatening to engulf the entire valley and beyond. John realizes they have only minutes to stop it. 60. The Final Decision. With time literally running out, John faces an agonizing choice: save the valley and the world by sacrificing himself, or risk everything by trying to find another way. 61. The Sacrifice. John chooses to sacrifice himself, entering the rift to stabilize it. As he does, he experiences flashes of all the lives and memories he's encountered throughout the city's ordeal. 62. The rift closes. The rift closes, and the Kronos facility is destroyed. John's team watches in awe as the valley returns to normal, with time flowing naturally again. 63. The Aftermath. The world is safe, but John is gone. Anna and the others return to the city, where they are hailed as heroes. However, the victory is bittersweet without John. 64. The Legacy. Back in the city, Anna and Sarah, who has fully recovered her memory, create a memorial for John. His sacrifice becomes a symbol of hope and resilience for all. 65. The Final Message. One day, Anna receives a mysterious message from John, sent before he entered the rift. It's a recording where he expresses his love for her and his hopes for the future. 66. The New Era. The city enters a new era, free from the fear of memory loss or time manipulation. People focus on building a brighter future, learning from the mistakes of the past. 67. The Rebirth. Anna discovers she's pregnant, carrying John's child. The news brings a renewed sense of hope and continuity as she vows to tell their child about the hero his father was. 68. The New Alliance. The alliance formed during the Kronos crisis becomes a global organization dedicated to ensuring that technology is used responsibly. Anna becomes a leading figure in this movement. 69. The Global Watch. The Global Watch, as the alliance is now called, monitors technological developments worldwide, ensuring that no project like Mnemosyne or Kronos ever threatens humanity again. 70. The Celebration. A year after the Kronos project was destroyed, the city holds a celebration to mark the anniversary. It's a day filled with joy, remembrance, and the promise of a brighter future. 71. The Unexpected Visitor. A mysterious stranger arrives in the city, claiming to have known John from a past life. He brings with him a new challenge, one that could change everything once again. 72. The New Threat. The stranger reveals that remnants of the Kronos project still exist in another part of the world. He warns Anna and the Global Watch that they must act quickly to prevent a new disaster. 73. The Old Enemy returns. It turns out that not all of the rogue faction was destroyed. The leader, who had escaped, is now working to rebuild the Kronos project with even more dangerous intentions. 74. The Gathering Storm. The Global Watch prepares for a new battle. They recruit allies from across the world, knowing that this fight could be even more difficult than the last. 75. The Search for the Truth. Anna leads a team to find the source of the new threat. They uncover more secrets about the Kronos project and its origins, which go back further than they realized. 76. The Forgotten City. Their search leads them to a forgotten city, buried deep beneath the earth. This city holds the key to understanding the true nature of the Kronos project. 77. The Ancient Technology. In the Forgotten City, they discover ancient technology that predates modern civilization. It seems that time manipulation has been experimented with for centuries. 78. The Time War. The team learns that they are not the first to fight against the misuse of time. An ancient war was fought over this technology, and history may be repeating itself. 79. The Awakening. The ancient technology is reactivated, threatening to start a new time war. Anna and her team must figure out how to deactivate it before it's too late. 80. The Final Stand. In a dramatic showdown, Anna and her team face off against the leader of the rogue faction. The fate of time itself hangs in the balance. 81. The Collapse. The ancient city begins to collapse as the technology destabilizes. Anna must make a final decision: save her team or destroy the technology once and for all. 82. The Escape. Anna and her team manage to escape the collapsing city, but not without losses. The technology is destroyed, but the cost is high. 83. The Aftermath. Back in the city, Anna and the Global Watch assess the damage. They realize that while they've won the battle, the war is far from over. 84. The New Normal. Life in the city slowly returns to normal. But Anna knows that they must remain vigilant. The threat of time manipulation is always present. 85. The Global Watch grows. The Global Watch expands its influence, ensuring that all nations are aware of the dangers posed by unchecked technology. 86. The Reunion. Anna is reunited with an old friend, someone she thought she had lost in the first memory wipe. Their reunion brings hope and a sense of closure. 87. The Next Generation. As Anna's child grows, she teaches him about the past and the importance of protecting the future. The next generation is prepared to take on the challenges that lie ahead. 88. The New Challenge. A new technological advancement threatens to disrupt the balance of power. The Global Watch must decide how to handle it without repeating the mistakes of the past. 89. The Internal Struggle. Not everyone in the Global Watch agrees on how to proceed. Tensions rise as different factions emerge, each with their own ideas about how to protect the future. 90. The Breakaway Group. A group within the Global Watch breaks away, believing that the only way to secure the future is through absolute control. This new faction becomes a threat. 91. The Civil War. The Breakaway Group declares war on the Global Watch, leading to a conflict that threatens to tear apart everything they've worked for. 92. The Turning Point. In a decisive battle, Anna and her allies manage to defeat the Breakaway Group. But the cost is high, and the Global Watch is left fractured. 93. The Reconciliation. The remnants of the Global Watch come together to rebuild. They realize that unity is the only way to prevent future threats. 94. The Final Lesson. Anna reflects on everything they've been through. She understands that the battle for the future is ongoing, but she's confident that they can face whatever comes next. 95. The Legacy. The Global Watch establishes a new set of guidelines for technology use, ensuring that the mistakes of the past are never repeated. 96. The Peace. For the first time in years, the city experiences true peace. People are free to live their lives without fear of losing their memories or their future. 97. The New Dawn. As the sun rises over the city, Anna looks out at the horizon, knowing that while challenges will always exist, they are ready to face them. 98. The Future. Anna's child grows up, inheriting the responsibility of protecting the world. He's determined to continue his mother's work, ensuring that the legacy of the Global Watch endures. 99. The Final Memory. As she grows older, Anna reflects on her life and the memories she's made. She's at peace, knowing that she's done everything she can to protect the future. 100. The Beginning of a New Story. With her last breath, Anna closes her eyes, knowing that a new story is beginning. The world is in good hands, and the future is bright. This version of the story expands on the original outline, providing additional context and emotional depth. The narrative is structured to maintain tension and reader engagement throughout all 100 parts, with clear transitions and character development that give the story coherence and continuity.